What's going on, everyone? I was working out and I saw some interesting news. I've been playing Fallout for a long time, one of my favorite series. And the interesting thing here is what just happened. So, the official timeline has been confirmed for the series. What's even more interesting is how the TV show fits in with the games. We're going to go into that and then we're going to peer into how we know the Fallout 5 timeline is past the 2300 era. So, Todd Howard and Jonathan Nolan confirmed some timelines here. So going down here, IGN recently interviewed Todd Howard and Fallout, the series executive producer Jonathan Nolan, and asked him how the Fallout series TV show fits into the official timeline, since the TV show is confirmed to be part of the greater Fallout canon and has been revealed that the Fallout TV show officially takes place later than any Fallout game currently released. We're going to talk about that. So going over here, one of the joys of a Fallout as a fan is to sit down and deep dive into the alternate reality take on United States history. The lore masters at Bethesda have entire event maps out into the canon, from the liberation of Alaska, from the Chinese government to the recall of Teddy Fairbears in 2072 and beyond. Until recently, this alternative history has existed primarily through the video games developed by studios like Interplay Entertainment, Blackout, Bethesda, and Obsidian. But with the new show from Prime Video now available in stream, there's a new entry in the canon. We know this because IGN sat down with Bethesda Game Studios director Todd Howard and Fallout series producer Jonathan Nolan to talk about how the new show fits into the grand timeline of Fallout. So let's go down here. And these are some spoilers, guys, just to let you know. Officially, the Fallout show is set in the year 2296. There's no Fallout game in this, but we're going to go over that, which takes place later than any other Fallout game currently released. For example, Fallout 4 takes place in the year 2287. New Vegas is 2281, a full 15 years prior to the events of the show. And there's even huger jumps going back to the older ones. They'll show that down here. Since the showrunners and Howard previously confirmed the show exists within the canon of the games, that means events in the show have big lore implications for the series. The biggest is probably the fate of Shady Sands, the first capital of the new California Republic, and a key location in the Fallout video games. In the final episode of the first season, spoilers, it's revealed Shady Sands was destroyed by Hank MacLean, overseer of Vault 33 and secret Vault Tech employee. Shady Sands appeared in the very first Fallout video game set in the year 2161. I don't know if people knew that. Fallout 1 and 2 are not like 3 and whatever. They have a different approach to even how they're like played. If you guys haven't seen it, you might want to check it out. They're not the same. And it's referenced again in New Vegas set in the year 2281. But with the Fallout show taking place in 2296, 15 years after the events in New Vegas, a lot can change in that time. According to Howard, showrunners Wagner and Robertson, or if you want to say Graham Wagner, Geneva Robertson Dorwet, came to him with the idea to blow up Shady Sands, something Howard says shocked him at first. So this is something, he's like, okay. Obviously, they have to like talk about a lot of things because Howard is, is his baby. But the event would serve as a catalyst for the main characters of the Fallout show, and the showrunners worked with Howard and the Bethesda team to ensure it remained consistent with the games. And this is important. We're going to get to that. And we talked through it, and this would be a pretty impactful story moment that a lot of things anchor on. So let's think about that. But for anyone confused about how the city could be blown up by the time the show takes place, Howard explains all the details of the timeline should line up. We're careful about that, he says. There might be a little bit of confusion in some places, but everything that happened in the previous games, including New Vegas, happened. We're very careful about that. All I can say is we're threading it tighter there, but the bombs fall just after the events of New Vegas. So Howard revealed that when Bethesda first began talking with Jonathan Nolan in a potential Fallout TV adaptation, Howard wanted something that would stand up as another entry in the series as opposed to retelling one of the games we did and sort of treat it like we're going to do a game and move the timeline forward and do some great things. So for example, guys, imagine how long it's going to take to get to Fallout 5. They said it's coming after Elder Scrolls 6. It ain't gonna be till next gen. So with the TV series lining up and continuing that timeline, it's like the video game and the TV series have a progressive timeline together. This is a smart idea, and this could be something that will generate other ideas for other video games. I think that's very cool. Like while we're waiting, we have a series to watch and stuff like that. But we're gonna get back to that. So going down a little bit, Nolan asked if the show set out to honor the meticulous and detailed timeline set up by Bethesda, and creating a show not connected to the games was almost a non-starter, but the timelines are connected. Everyone who worked at Fallout, all the games, were so respectful and so careful to keep this consistent universe. If we'd gone a different direction, the show would be the only thing that doesn't fit with the universe. So this says a lot for season two and beyond. You think this is only gonna get a season two? No. And I'm gonna talk about that. We didn't want to be in our own private corner of an Elseworld or a different universe. This is a genius idea. I think that will be less meaningful to me watching the series to know it was completely divorced from the reality of the games. So here we go, guys. Look at these timelines. Bombs dropped 2077. Fallout 76. Yeah, Fallout 76 is kind of like a prequel, like going all the way back. Uh, Fallout 1 was in 2161. And think about these gaps right here. They get lesser. Fallout Tactics 2197. Fallout 2 2241. Fallout 3 2277. And then New Vegas is 2281. And then Fallout 4 is 2287. And then the TV show is 2296. Okay, so we see right here that the TV show and Fallout 4, the space between them is 9 years. So, guys, think about this. We already know that Fallout 5 is going to be set in the 2300 era. I don't even think early. Let me explain why. Because he said that he does not want the show to be disconnected from the progressive timeline. So, what this means is that imagine when Fallout 5 is going to come out. I don't even think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out to at least the end of this gen or the beginning of next gen. That's like 4 to 5 years from now. You think we're only going to get 2 seasons till then? No, Fallout TV show is going to keep going. So imagine 3 to 4 seasons. What are the timelines between season 1, season 2, season 3, and season 4? And then Fallout 5 has to come after that. That's why I say I don't even think Fallout 5 is going to be in a 2300 early setting. I think it's going to be like mid-late. If these timelines continue like this, at least 9 years apart or whatever. I don't know if they're going to do the TV series 9, 10 years apart, 20 years apart. You never know, right? And imagine multiple seasons. So what we do know is I'm going to say it at least is going to be mid-late 2300 for Fallout 5. Since we know it's going to be progressive. And they're all going to have progressive timelines. But they're going to have different stories, obviously. But this is something interesting to think about, as Fallout lovers. And, I got all the achievements on all these games, and even on PlayStation 4, I went and got the platinum on Fallout 4. But this is kind of like what I wanted to talk about. And guys, I appreciate this help. This will help. I'm going to bring you more epic stuff like this and just different things, even outside of this. I have a lot of stuff coming up in the next few years. But yeah, that's something to think about, right, guys? And I think this is really cool, and I'm so glad to see video games come into the TV series world. They already went into the movie world with like Mario, Sonic, and we got Zelda coming on the way with a live adaptation, and then it's just good seeing that Last of Us did good. So they're gonna start taking it serious, and video games are just getting more dominant in every other section in the entertainment industry, dominating everything, and I love that because it's just awesome because you can't sell it out. It's just good seeing things that are innovative. You can't just buy it out. You got to have heart and soul for it, and it's just awesome. It's a haven in this insane world. But that's kind of what I wanted to cover, and yeah, think about that, guys, because and the nerd aspects out there too. We have our nerdy aspects with this. But this is important stuff for those that are big on story, canon, and knowing how things like this are very cool in that universe. Kind of like in a Star Wars universe, we all have our cool nerdy universes that are awesome. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about, guys. And I'll be bringing more news on this if we get some more stuff. All right, y'all have a good day and good night wherever you are. Peace, guys.